Bernard Shaw. The golden rule is that there are no golden rules. All progress depends on the unreasonable man. What we want is to see the child in pursuit of knowledge, and not knowledge in pursuit of the child. He knows nothing and thinks he knows everything. That points clearly to a political career. We are made wise not by the recollection of our past, but by the responsibility for our future. Life is not meant to be easy, my child, but take courage. It can be delightful. Better keep yourself clean and bright. You are the window through which you must see the world. I can think of no other edifice constructed by man as altruistic as a lighthouse. They were built only to serve. Capitalism drives the employers to do their worst to the employed, and the employed to do the least for them. And it boasts all the time of the incentive it provides to both to do their best. The reason the capitalist system has worked so far without jamming for more than a few months at a time, and then only in places, is that it has not yet succeeded in making a conquest of human nature so complete that everybody acts on strictly business principles. The things most people want to know about are usually none of their business. Alcohol is the anesthesia by which we endure the operation of life. The fact that a believer is happier than a skeptic is no more to the point than the fact that a drunken man is happier than a sober one. The only time my education was interrupted was when I was in school. A government that robs Peter to pay Paul can always depend on the support of Paul. The worst sin toward our fellow creatures is not to hate them, but to be indifferent to them. That's the essence of inhumanity. Some people look at the world and say, why? Some people look at the world and say, why not? Doing what needs to be done may not make you happy, but it will make you great. The secret to success is to offend the greatest number of people. Most people do not pray, they only beg. Man is the only animal of which I am thoroughly and cravenly afraid. There is no harm in a well-fed lion. It has no ideals, no sect, no party. Silence is the most perfect expression of scorn. Don't wait for the right opportunity. Create it. The person I miss most is the one I could have been. Just do what must be done. This may not be happiness, but it is greatness. If at age 20 you are not a communist, then you have no heart. If at age 30 you are not a capitalist, then you have no brains. No diet will remove all the fat from your body because the brain is entirely fat. Without a brain, you might look good, but all you could do is run for public office. Take care to get what you like, or you will be forced to like what you get. Liberty means responsibility. That is why most men dread it. We learn from experience that men never learn anything from experience. A socialist is somebody who doesn't have anything and is ready to divide it up equally among everybody. Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. Those who can't change their minds can't change anything. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. Marx's Capital is not a treatise on socialism. It is a gerrymander against the bourgeoisie. It was supposed to be written for the working class, but the working man respects the bourgeoisie and wants to be a bourgeoisie. Marx never got a hold of him for a moment. It was the revolting sons of the bourgeoisie itself, like myself, that painted the flag red. The middle and upper classes are the revolutionary element in society. The proletariat is the conservative element. A cigarette is a pinch of tobacco rolled in paper with fire at one end and a fool at the other. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. A Native American elder once described his own inner struggles in this manner. Inside of me, there are two dogs. One of the dogs is mean and evil. The other dog is good. The mean dog fights the good dog all the time. When asked which dog wins, he reflected for a moment and replied, "The one I feed the most." You see things and you say, "Why?" But I dream things and I say, "Why not?" Both optimists and pessimists contribute to society. The optimist invents the airplane, the pessimist the parachute. Islam is the best religion and Muslims are the worst followers. Write your sad times in sand. Write your good times in stone. This is the true joy in life, being used for a purpose recognized by yourself as a mighty one, being a force of nature instead of a feverish, selfish little clod of ailments and grievances, complaining that the world will not devote itself to making you happy. I am of the opinion that my life belongs to the whole community, and as long as I live, it is my privilege to do for it what I can. It is a sort of splendid torch, which I have got hold of for the moment, and I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it on to future generations. Don't lose faith. Promise yourself that you will be a success story, and I promise you that all the forces of the universe will unite to come to your aid. You might not feel today or for a while, but the longer you wait, the bigger the prize. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. People who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. I learned, long ago, never to wrestle with a pig. You get dirty, and besides, the pig likes it. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. Beware of false knowledge. It is more dangerous than ignorance.
This was released from For the Sake of Education by Flow Wisdom. If the content was helpful, make sure to subscribe.